What's going on, everybody? This is Julien Stoutt, licensed personal trainer, licensed PE teacher, world record powerlifter, and special education teacher, here to take the fear out of fitness. Today's topic is there's no need for the disrespect. Shout out to the Lapeef Network. I actually enjoy their content on a regular basis. I watch them, and I typically enjoy their content on a regular basis. But I came across this video the other day, and I stomached about an hour and a half of it before I shut it off. Because while I'm a man of that seeks self-improvement and pushes people to improve upon themselves on a regular basis, comes a time where you just gotta look somebody in the eye and call them out on their bullshit. And this individual his name on here is Chaotic Truth. Chaotic Truth is a member of the Lapeef Network, and I've seen him on the panel every now and then he just says some of the most asinine, ignorant stuff that you could say. Does that mean it's not rooted in any type of fact? No, I'll give him that. There's some level of fact in his statements, but it's always rooted in ignorance because of the fact that he's speaking from a place of judgment as opposed to a place of fact and knowledge. Now, am I excusing obesity? No, I'm not. You already know me. I'm the personal trainer that tells you there's 27 different body types. And I'll get a little bit into that as well. But this disrespect of people who don't look like you tends to be a problem. Because you can always tell people they're not in the best position possible for themselves without having to be nasty. At least as long as they're not being nasty towards you. All right? These women have not done any, these women that are on this video have done nothing to this man. They don't even know him. And while the body positivity aspect of this video is what I call the FBI, which is false positive body imagery, false positive being hyphenated, it's even though I'm against false positive body imagery, I still am not going to be disrespectful because that's somebody's mom. That's somebody's sister, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's auntie. That's somebody's wife, possibly. And here you are making disrespectful comments about obese women. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to move on to the video so that you guys can see this for yourself and throw open your mouths. All right, ready? Here we go.
But if a dude genuinely gets money, he's not going to be with a female. And if that's
I got news for you.
the case, you will see multimillionaires.
The multimillionaires don't look that great themselves.
Let's use entertainers.
The entertainers don't look that good either. After a while, they struggle with it.
Brosnan White and his wife fat. Did you see her when she was 25? Did you see her when she was 35? Did you see her when she was 45?
Do you see these
she
women?
She just got fat about 5-10 years ago. That woman was thin and attractive back.
But again, she got there though. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We're all going to get old. And if you've seen the pictures of some of your favorite actresses that are now in their elder state, have you seen them when they were in their 20s? These women are not in their 20s. These women in this video is not in their 20s. Clearly, evidently not. These women are at least 40. But again, Pierce Brosnan, his wife, is rare. These women are rare. You're not going to see these women on a regular basis. And those women are being chased by everybody. So she gets to choose who she wants to get with as well. So of course she's going to choose the guy with the money, the guy with the cars. Man.
These women are 23 years old.
Where does it show that?
And just like
Where do you see that these women are 23?
the nuclear bomb that social media is, you have women like this who will refuse to date a city bus driver, a janitor, an electrician, a plumber.
He's making reference to the Ebony K. Williams
that
video.
they are gonna get high level men. Because you know why? Because the real attractive females are lying to them.
That's true.
The real attractive females already know you ain't getting that. And so you have these women who
we're talking about high value men, by the way.
They're gonna get top notch men, and it never happens. I know a lot of single overweight females like this. Because social media has empowered them to the point where they have eliminated 80% of people in their market. It's the truth. Because they themselves believe that they can get the athletes, the ballers.
Okay.
And they can't. They can't. They can't.
For the most part, based on the laws of averages.
It's all an illusion. It's all hype. And the only reason why they get men is because you have a culture of black men who just settle for anything.
I don't think they just settle for anything. See, again, I'm gonna point this out. A man would rather be with someone who is going to keep themselves peaceful, their house peaceful, their spirit peaceful, their relationship peaceful, than to deal with a chaotic woman who is supposedly the best of the best. I remember one time, this was back in the late 90s actually, when I was in the military. And we were doing a ruck march, and this was around the time Halle Berry got a divorce from David Justice. And in my ignorance, I was like, who would want to divorce Halle Berry? And my NCO yelled out, somebody's got to be tired of her. And that, it stuck in my brain, but it didn't really resonate until a little bit later in my life. If you're dealing with somebody who is not going to bring peace into your world, you would rather leave that and put something on your arm that is apparently visually less attractive than Halle Berry than to deal with Halle Berry. No disrespect to Halle Berry, because I don't really know her. But my point is, if there's a woman out there that is as equally beautiful as Halle Berry, but she's not made of sterner stuff internally, meaning she's just a difficult woman to deal with, men would rather deal with Lizzo than Halle Berry. If Lizzo is an agreeable, respectable, decent, and peaceful woman. So his analogy is flawed in of itself. I want y'all to understand that. Your development of a relationship with the person that loves you is not based upon soul visuals. It's not. If it is, then your marriage is going to fail or your relationship is going to fail. There has to be substance behind it. And even when the visuals are lacking, the substance holds you up. Or if the visuals are there, but there's substance behind you, it's even better. But for the most part, the law of averages states everybody's not going to get what they want per se. Because what they want comes in different shapes and sizes and packages, races. You're not going to just get what you want. It doesn't work that way. If getting what you want were true, you'd be driving a Lamborghini right now. Every last one of us. But we're not. Some of us are not. Some of us are. It's just that simple. Can you deal with the maintenance payments of a Lamborghini? The upkeep, the $200 oil changes, the $10,000 of insurance, the $2,000 for a tune-up? Can you deal with that? Some of you, when y'all heard me say these numbers, was like, no, I'm not even trying to deal with that. Because I'm stressed out. There's no way. Let me just get me a normal, regular car with a little bit of ass to it so that I can enjoy my life and be happy to some extent, if not to the fullest extent, because the payments will probably stress me out to the point where it's not even fun driving it. Okay?
I was at a bar many years ago. I happened to be there with Blue Cousin, who's always in the chat here.
Listen to this.
A girl about this size. Here, let me make this larger for you. A girl about this size approached me. And she was with a smaller female, smaller than her. But still a thick girl.
Thick meaning that
And all the
she's larger, but
stools
she's
were
in
taken
shape.
up. And for some reason, the big girl came up to me and said, "Can my friend have your seat?" Now, mind you, the girl who's asking me the question is about 300 pounds. I was shocked and appalled. I told her no. She said, "My friend just got off of work." I said, "I don't care. She should go home and go to sleep, take a nap."
Do you hear that? Do you hear that shit? First of all, he what? Let's turn around. Let's pretend that being a certain size warrants disrespect. Did you hear the story properly? Because I was listening. The girl that was asking for the stool wasn't even asking for the stool for herself. She was asking for the stool for a friend of hers who happened to be smaller than her. All right? And I mean, do you have to give up your seat? No. If you're feeling charitable, sure, why not? Why shouldn't you give it up, right? If you're just as tired as she is, why would you give it up? But again, he didn't refuse to give the seat up because he's tired, just like this lady's tired. He refused to give up the seat because the woman was larger than him. Simply that. Why does that warrant disrespect to that level? Now, if she hauled off and knocked him upside his head, she'd be wrong. And then he'll have all kinds of names to call her. But the disrespect that he's bringing is uncalled for. For what? What's the purpose for being that disrespectful? Somebody tell me. Because I would like to know. Every human being deserves respect. That's a human being you're talking about like that. All right? She's still a human being. You could actually, and you just said absolutely not, like,
Because what is she here for? And why should I give up my seat for her?
Again, she's at a bar. She's here for the same reason you're here for. Trying to meet somebody, trying to get to know them, hopefully, for honest purposes. To be in a meaningful relationship with somebody, maybe. But again, what was the disrespect for? You could have just said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm not going to." Or you could have said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm kind of tired. I just got off work myself." And left it at that if you didn't want to give up the seat. But you didn't give it up for any other reason but because the woman was big and you found her unattractive. Nothing more, nothing less. And this is the reason why these women go into these false positive body imagery. You are the poster child, chaotic truth, as to why they are in that mindset. Because you're being hateful to them. That backlash, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So your disrespect is going to be the creator of their intense self-love. Self-love to a point of delusion, yes. But self-love to counter your self-love to the point of delusion because of your hateful rhetoric. Hateful and irresponsible rhetoric. I'm calling you out specifically because I've heard many of men talk about how they don't want women to be obese. It's fine. That's not your preference. That's cool. But the disrespect when it wasn't even warranted. That lady did not do anything to you, sir. That woman did not do a solitary thing to you, but asked you a legitimate question to see if you were going to be kind enough to give it. You could have still been a jerk and say no, but you could have said no in a very more effective manner than the way you did it. Guys, I mean, I don't know about you. Like I said, I watched this video and I was immensely disgusted by it. He started going off about how big a woman should be and this, that, the other. Well, the bad news is, I got news for you. 27 different body types. Height, upper body, lower body, and the 3 known body types there are. And if you mix and match those combinations, you get 27 body types. All right. Guys, it's been one. I am as a personal trainer, as somebody who has to rebuild people's confidence, as somebody who has to bring people into the fold of fitness and love, this individual does not make it easy for me at all to do my job. There are far too many assholes like him walking around being disrespectful for no apparent reason that causes them to look at people like me and hate them because of the way they're being treated. You can tell the truth. You can even tell the chaotic truth. But you don't have to be nasty. So those of you who have watched this video and stayed with me as long as you have, thank you for watching. I appreciate the time that you spent with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. Have a nice day. And you, Chaotic Truth, be the best you.